All right. So I've had a few questions about gain staging, and I have had quite a bit of clarity on it, but recently got quite a bit more clear. And I went in and I actually, after even reading a bit more about it, I did a test here myself, and I'm going to walk you through that test and show you exactly what I found. So first we're going to uncrack the mystery about gain staging. All right, so there's a couple different aspects of it. So we're going to focus first on the fact that basically gain staging has to do, there's two different ways to look at it. And one of them is going to be the signal path of sound that's traveling in between all your different devices. And basically what gain staging is simply adjusting that volume to be attenuated between those different devices, right? So I'm not going to go crazy because I'm sure if you've been playing with any of these devices, you know what that means. But for instance, when I click this little kick, right, you see the levels going all the way through here, and that's the gain of the sound, and it is being staged in different ways, right? So I'm going to show you why it is important to actually focus on that, right? Because you're probably thinking, oh, okay, yeah, well, I just normally come up here and I turn down my, my track fader. And that is, that's a good place to start. But so let me show you what's happening. So if we look at the clip of the sound itself, right, it's actually hitting, and the way this is registered, this is measuring the dB. This is hitting like right at just under maybe a tenth under 0 dB. So, and you can actually see that here if you click on this limiter, which is taking down, it's everything that is going to hit so everything that tries to go above negative 0.3 is going to be stopped. So it can show you how much is going above this ceiling point is the way that works, right? So we hit boom. And you see there's a tiny, tiny little bump there. So the way that this actually is supposed to play out and it matters, and I'm going to show you what I just actually kind of had a stunning realization about, is the way it matters is how those sounds are entering into your plugins. Normally, like back when there was consoles and actual hardware, if you were hitting into a hardware device at 0 dB, basically it would sound like crap because it wasn't designed that way. It was initially, these devices were designed to hit at a particular dBs and RMS level, which was roughly said to be around negative 12, negative 18. And the thing is now that we're in the DAW world where everything is electronic, a lot of those laws have kind of gone out the window. I won't give you the text on it, the technical wording. I don't understand it fully, but basically that's just not how things are designed anymore. However, there are old school analog modeled software pieces that are still supposed to respond in that same way. And in general, I'm sure if you can probably find like something like Silent or Serum when those presets come right out of the VST, just like super loud. If you ever just take the time to turn them down in the actual preset, you'll find that you'll get a much creamier kind of warm sound that what you're probably looking for, as opposed to like the kind of clashing, just a lot of 10K frequencies in there. So here's the experiment that I just did, and we're going to walk through it right now. So we've got two different clips right here, and they're the exact same kick, and I have the exact same signal chain going on. There's one difference, is that this is the one that's at 0 dB, and then this one, I actually went in and I lowered it on what is called the pre-fader, and this is the way that you would actually go about properly gain staging your audio clips, at least. So down here you've got these three little toggle options that open up your clip options, and right here you've got a volume knob. So what I did was I dropped it negative 12 dB, so now we've got roughly negative 12 dB of headroom here. And over here what I did was just to attenuate so we have an equal volume level while we're actually listening, so we can properly hear what's changing in the sound, not so much the volume. I attenuated past the plugin negative 12. So they're both at the same volume. So listen, we're going to listen to it first just as it is with no plugin on it at all and hear the difference. So this is the 0 dB clipping and this is not. So right now we shouldn't hear too much of a difference because it's not going through any type of analog modeled plugin. So let's fire up our plugins, and I went ahead previously and properly gain staged all these, so they're going to be roughly both hitting exactly at 2 dB gain reduction, and there is somewhat a quick attack and a little bit of a medium release on that. And the settings are copied exactly the same. I actually copied the plugin across and then just gain staged it. So here we go. This is the clipped into the CLA76, which is supposed to be notorious for needing a negative 18 RMS level. Here we go. I don't know about you, but I cannot hear a difference there. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm just not good enough of an engineer, right? So, because we're all learning, I mean, it's like a lifelong thing. So what I went ahead and did, what I went ahead and did was, I copied the audio sample so I could actually like look at the sonic wave itself and see if maybe there was, you know, just something I was missing that I could see. And as you can see, these are the two different sounds, and I will play them. So yeah, gain staging is important in a lot of different ways. I'm always thinking about it and just making sure that things are traveling across this path here is important to focus on. But as you can see and hear, I don't know how much it matters anymore. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.